All right, we're on a roll. We're flying through these 12 principles of business success so you can be super successful and happy a lot sooner than 10 or 15 years from now. We're going to talk today about rule number 9, which is what's my next step. Let me explain something about this. We've already said the single most important word in your life should be tracking. We already know how to do that because we've covered it. The next step is your two most important words. Because if you don't have a next step, you're not revising your strategies. And if you're not revising your strategies, you're not getting better and better. That's a bad habit. So always have a next step. Let's apply it to real estate and see how it works. What is my next step? It's one of the most important good habits to develop. Pending sales. What's my next step? You should be looking at it at least every single week and changing your strategy so you have maximum success. It could be a survey, it could be repairs, it could be second deposit, whatever it is, pendings are really important to have next steps with. They're all 20 percenters, by the way. Existing listings. What's my next step with the listing to get it sold? You got to have a next step. Most agents just list and do the basic stuff that's in their head. That's not the way to be successful with your clients. That's not the way to maximize the efficiency of selling as quickly as possible so you can do that many more deals. You got to have a next step, and it could be a price reduction strategy. It could be scheduling photography. It could be listing on the MLS. It could be focusing on a price reduction steps. It could be recommending buyer a strategy for properties. It could also be weekly open houses with a property or to generate from a prospecting standpoint more buyers. So it could also with listing prospects. You got to have next steps with them. So let's see, you have pending, you have existing listings, you have hot listing prospects, and you have to have strategies that are going to be next steps that are going to get the properties listed as quickly as possible. So once again, you can have maximum success. Buyers, they're also really important. Obviously, it's 20% activity too. You got to have next steps with them. And so these are examples of next steps, a drip campaign showings, information on appreciation, presenting offers, any one of those kinds of things. And then, of course, prospecting. If you're not prospecting every day, you're not in a rhythm or zone because nobody loves to prospect. At least very few people do. And it's so easy to get out of sync by being too busy or too lazy. So you don't do it for 5 or 6 days. And then it's like starting all over then a week later. Don't start all over. Do a little bit of prospecting every day. It's an absolute 20 percenter. It'll keep your pipeline filled. And guess what? You're going to be very successful and a whole lot happier. And equally as important, your spouse and your kids or family are going to be that much happier as well with the trips you're going to take.